Hello friends and welcome to this another video on Authentic English, and today we are going to talk about direct and indirect speech. Now this is something that many people find confusing, and that's why I decided to make a video on this. So without further ado, let's get started. So before starting with direct and indirect speech, it is important for us to know what direct speech is and what indirect speech is. Well, direct speech means a conversation between two persons in which the first person reports what the third person said in his exact words. Okay, like for example, just look at this. Ram said, I want to go to Kenya. Here the exact words spoken by this Ram are quoted by someone and are put within the quotes. Hence, this sentence is an example of direct speech. Ram said, I want to go to Kenya. Okay, whatever Ram said has been written down or has been spoken in the exact same manner as Ram said it. Like Ram must have said, I want to go to Kenya for himself. And now somebody has written it down on a piece of paper. Somebody else is telling it to someone else in the exact same words. Okay, I want to go to Kenya, and hence this is an example of direct speech. You can see that there are quotes which are quoting what Ram has said. Okay, so this is direct speech. Now if you look at the example of indirect speech, Ram said that he wanted to go to Kenya. Now here we are not being told what exactly Ram said. We are told a sentence that has the exact same meaning of what Ram had said, but they are not the same words. Okay, here too someone is speaking about Ram said, but his exact words are not quoted. Instead, some changes of person and tense have been made. This is indirect speech or reported speech. So in indirect speech, you do not speak the exact words as spoken by the speaker, but in direct speech, you speak the exact words as spoken by the speaker. This is the difference between direct speech and indirect speech. Now, this is a very common question asked in many of the exams, like you have to change sentences from direct speech to indirect speech and vice versa. So there are a few rules that you need to keep in mind while you just start doing these kind of sentences, but you don't have to learn these rules by heart. Okay, you don't have to learn these rules by heart at any cost. The more you read and the more you practice, they are going to come naturally, because if you try to just learn them by rote, there will be a problem. So let's look at the rules of changing direct speech to indirect speech. Sentence number 1. He said, I play tennis. He said that he played tennis. Now, what he said is in the present tense. I play tennis. Okay. He has said, I play tennis. Now, play means it is in the simple present tense. Now, look at the sentence in the indirect speech. He said that he played tennis. So, it has been changed into simple past. Okay, simple present is changed into simple past. Look at sentence number 2. She said, I work from 9 to 5. She said that she worked from 9 to 5. Okay, look at the transformation. I has been changed to she because it is used to refer to the person who has said the sentence. Okay, and work has been changed to worked. Work has been changed to worked because simple present changes to simple past in the indirect speech. Okay, 9 to 5. Rest of the sentence remains the same. Now, one thing more, indirect speech is also known as reported speech. Now, look at sentence number 3. He said, I visited Rome. Now, what he said is already in the simple past tense. Now, look at the transformation. He said that he had visited Rome. Here, I has been changed to he. Okay, that means it's used to refer to the person who said the sentence in the first place. And visited has been changed to had visited. Okay, that means simple past is changed to past perfect. Past perfect is had and had. Okay, with had visited Rome. He said that he had visited Rome. Okay, she said, I cooked food for the entire family. Now, this is again in the simple past tense. She said that she had cooked food for the entire family. Okay. Manish exclaimed the Taj Mahal was amazing. Manish exclaimed that the Taj Mahal had been amazing. Fine. So these are some examples of simple past to past perfect conversion. That is direct to indirect speech conversion when the direct speech is in the simple past tense. Fine. Now let me make you look at a few other rules. If the reporting verb in the direct speech is in the present or future tense changes are not made. That is when say slash says or will say is used. Okay. Now there is a very important rule. In the last sentences, just look at them again. It's always said here. He said, she said, Manish exclaimed. Everything has been said in the past. However, there are sentences like this. He says, I am great. Okay, he says, I am great. Here it is not said, it is he says. It means it can be a habitual habit or you're just reporting it in the present tense. In this case, we do not follow the rules of direct and indirect speech. In this, all rules are just kind of broken. He says, I am great. You can see that this sentence is in the simple present tense, and according to the rule, it must be changed to simple past. He says that he was great. This should be the case, but that's not the case here because it is says. That's why we are only saying he says that he is great as it is. Only I has been changed to he. Okay. Whenever it is say or says, I mean it is in the present or future tense, the reporting verb. Now says here is the reporting verb. Or will say again. Whenever it is in the present or future tense, we do not have to make the changes. Okay. So now let's see some more examples of this. Just wait for a sec. I will say he loves cricket. I will say that he loves cricket. Again, no changes have been made. He tells, long ago lived a great king. He tells that long ago lived a great king. So you can see that whenever the reporting verb is in the present or the future tense, changes of speech are not made. Now, again another rule. Now let's look at another important rule. If in direct speech the words within the quote speak of a universal truth or habitual action, then the tense inside the quotation marks is not changed at all. Now, if what the speaker speaks is a universal truth, okay, is a universal truth, then the rules again are not followed. He said the sun rises in the east. He said that the sun rises in the east. The sun rises in the east is a sentence in simple present and it should be changed to simple past according to the rules. But that is not what is being done here. Here we are just writing the sentence as it is. The sun rises in the east, even in the reported speech or indirect speech. The reason is if we say he said that the sun rose in the east, that's like it does not happen anymore. That's kind of lowering its value. So it's a rule that for any universal truth you do not need to follow the rules. The teacher said water freezes at 273 Kelvin. The teacher said that water freezes at 273 Kelvin. It's going to freeze at the same temperature all the time. Okay, so you have to just say it as it is. Now I'm going to present before you a conversion list, like what is converted into what in the indirect speech. Here is converted to there, this, that, these is converted to those, today is converted to that day, tonight is converted to that night, ago, before, tomorrow, the next or the following day, yesterday, the previous day, the next week, the following week, now, then, hence, thence, thus, so, last night, the previous night. He said, let's look at an example. Just kind of note this down on a piece of paper. He said, I will meet you tomorrow. He said that he would meet me the next day. Will has been changed to would. Okay. Modals. Can is changed to could. Okay. Can is changed to could. May is changed to might. Shall is changed to shall is basically changed to would. Okay. Not should. And will, would, may, might, and can, could. Sunil said, I'm tired now. Sunil said that he was tired then. He for Sunil, and was tired then. That he was tired then. I am has been converted to simple present, has been converted to simple past. So, and now has been converted to then according to the rules that are given above. Now, look at this. He said to him, what is your name? Now we are going to look at interrogative sentences conversion. He said to him, what is your name? He asked him what his name was. Okay. We will not say he asked him what was his name. That is incorrect. What his name was. John said to Sunil, did you eat ice cream today? John asked Sunil if he had eaten ice cream that day. Now, did is simple past, it has been changed to past perfect. And the third form of the verb eat is eaten, and that is used here. And today has been changed to that day, according to the rules. Krishna said to Karan, what are you doing? Krishna asked Karan what he was doing. Now, in sentence number 2, John said to Sunil, did you eat ice cream today? Had it been a habitual truth, John said to Sunil, the sun rises in the east. Then it would have been John said to Sunil, if John told Sunil that the sun rises in the east. Had it been that sentence, okay. And here Krishna said to Karan, what are you doing? Krishna asked Karan what he was doing. So these are examples of interrogative speech, interrogative sentences that are converted to indirect speech. And now let's look at some exclamatory sentences. In exclamatory sentences, the reporting verb say or tell can be changed into exclaim, wish, etc. He said, alas, he is no more. He exclaimed with sorrow that he was no more. The team said, hurrah, we have won the match. The team exclaimed with joy that they have won the match. So this is the case of conversion for exclamatory sentences. Now I want you to do one thing. Open your book, find all the sentences that you are required to convert into reported speech, and try to just practice them. And if you face any problems in any conversion, just ask them down in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to help you guys. So till then, goodbye, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and like the video. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye bye.